Akuto Sai, the main character, meets Junko Hattori on the train to the Constant Magic Academy. The two understand each other and make a pact to do everything in their might to make the world a better place and to pay with their life if anyone is unable to keep their end of the pact. But minutes after reaching the academy, Akuto is told that he is destined to become the Demon King. It's a given that the entire school starts viewing him as this evil monster all of a sudden. Right after he's done with his introduction in class, a courageous classmate named Hiroshi Miwa looks him in the eye, while the rest of the class just tremble in fear. Later on, Akuto volunteers for the day's cleaning duty unbeknownst to the fact that being a cleaner in fact means assuming the role of the assassin who keeps the school's secrets in check. This sure pisses off Junko, who challenges the future Demon King to a duel, the result of which is Akuto destroying the entire classroom using a magical explosion. For whatever reason, Akuto decides to meet Junko once again, to which the crazy girl gives him a chase through the woods. While the chase is underway, Akuto runs to Soga, who vows to protect him for reasons rather unknown. But Soga is unable to keep her word, and with Akuto in the middle of a duel yet again, the result is the same as before, with the explosion providing some flashy fireworks. This is where Kurone joins the picture. Kurone is an observer and accompanies Akuto while he is meeting the principal. The principal sets Kurone as both his bodyguard and his observer to report immediately when Akuto shows even the slightest bit of anything Demon King-ish. The next day, Akuto meets up with Fujiko Ito, who, after being aware of his situation, promises to help him despite his cursed fate. The two decide to meet behind the school in the mountains, where the girl would educate him as to how he would be able to disable Kurone. While he is on his way to the site, Akuto and Kurone are attacked by a mysterious dog that has been mutated using mana. Akuto puts his powers to good use as he turns the mutant dog into a puppy by absorbing the mana. Kurone is surprised and the puppy picks up Kenna's scent, thus blowing Kenna's invisible cover. Akuto meets up with Fujiko in the mountains, where the boy is asked to join the disciplinary committee to help clear what has stained his image. He also receives a two-shot magical gun that fires medicinal tablets, something that would help people understand each other's feelings. On his way back, Akuto runs into Kenna, who is still running away from the puppy and is now visible to everyone, including the now reactivated and fully conscious Kurone. Now, Akuto has to testify to Kurone that he didn't try anything funny with Kenna, followed by Kenna asking for his friendship, to which he doesn't say no to. On the other hand, Fujiko is contacting Junko, telling her how Akuto has falsely threatened her. This is followed by Fujiko entering a cryptic passage in her room where, to everyone's surprise, is her brother's head, to which she started talking to regarding Akuto. While he's at the male bathhouse, Hiroshi tells Akuto about this underground place that the school has, and how Junko became big because of fighting there. Fujiko then arranges a meeting between Akuto and Junko the next day, while Akuto is meeting up with the student council president regarding that discipline committee choice from earlier. Akuto then has to meet up with Junko, but in order to meet her, he has to deal with the observer Kurone once again. While he's in the middle of devising the plan, Akuto is hit by a rice cooker by Kenna, since she wasn't allowed to keep the thing in her room, all just to deepen their newly formed bond. The meeting with Junko is interrupted by people from the underground coming into the picture, and Akuto has to deal with them, beating them to a pulp. With Akuto in the middle of yet another misunderstanding now, she chases the guy around with a group of students. But to save the day, Kenna is there to help Akuto and Junko, then adds that she is at fault as well, making the mob come after Akuto, to which the mob starts turning against the girl this time. Kurone tunes in now and makes sure each and every one of the mob gets a taste of some medicated rice. After all this, Akuto and Junko become friends once again, but things get out of hand when Akuto knocks Junko unconscious during a lesson on mana control. Mitsuko then comes up with the advice of Akuto going to the mental discipline chamber, one where nothing but the dead remain. Akuto has mixed feelings about this, but with Kenna and Kurone tagging along, it sure appears that he's stuck between the two. The trio get their hands on an old map, something that gets Kenna super excited. But Fujiko knows what the map is about, and the next day, Kenna copies the map and lets the entire school have a look at it. Soon the map is the talk of the town, and it only gets worse as the news about the students getting hurt starts spreading around the campus. Akuto is against the whole search using the map, but he has to take part in the search once Aiko Teruya is added to the story. Akuto, Kurone, Hiroshi, and Aiko team up to go where the map points to. There, they come across a figure in a cloak. Akuto then digs up a plush recorder that's buried under a tombstone, which in turn guides them to an abandoned research facility where an armored statue attacks them. After defeating it, Aiko finds that the statue is hiding a screen that points to an underground shrine. At the same time, Junko, Kena, and Fujiko make it to the labyrinth. Junko then tells Akuto that Aiko is in fact a government spy. A bloodthirsty wolf then attacks, but Kena and Fujiko make it in time and get everyone out of harm's way. Seeing Akuto saving Junko over her, Aiko breaks down and leaves after giving Akuto a key that she got from the shrine. Using that key, Akuto ends up in the student council headquarters all of a sudden, them being responsible for all of the attacks. With the headquarters being the base of the Demon King and Fujiko using the items left behind by her brother to awaken the treasure dragon, Peterhausen, the story has escalated quickly. Upon awakening, the dragon beast reacts to Kena, her being the supposed catalyst, followed by Fujiko collapsing at the scene. Akuto becomes enraged and confronts the dragon, soon becoming the master of the dragon beast. Akuto is rewarded with a kiss by the student council president for getting his hands on the treasure first, but Akuto's happiness doesn't last for long since he can't go to the seaside school island. But Korone makes sure Akuto's covered by offering to look after him the entire time. But Korone has some other plans in mind, which becomes quite clear soon enough. Akuto and Junko are able to enjoy themselves going to the beach and everything, but Korone and Kena continue to be a thorn in their lives. This is followed by Hiroshi educating Akuto about the legend of the Demon King, since with both him and the dragon in the picture, a legendary hero is soon to arrive to put an end to the Demon King. But Akuto thinks he's gone insane or something. Plus, with the government thinking of using Akuto to their own benefit, Lily tells everyone that she will be handling the situation all alone. All of a sudden, Hiroshi sees a vision of him being the legendary hero, and Korone leaves saying that she is unable to carry out the orders assigned to her, that were to seduce Akuto. Hiroshi's younger sister steps in and goes up to Akuto to ensure whether he is really the Demon King or not. It is later revealed that there's a shrine beneath the lake where there's a sword. Now, a mysterious man named Mr. X awakens a mana-absorbing sea cucumber beast from the lake. The same Mr. X captures Yukiko, and despite Kena and Hiroshi trying to fight Mr. X back, they fail to do so. But Akuto and Junko are able to save them, to which Mr. X sends the beast to destroy the village, with Akuto not being able to fend the guy off. Things are looking dire, but then Korone comes to the rescue and saves Junko, Yoriko, and Kena. During this time, Hiroshi is able to make it to the shrine and find the sword that makes one the legendary hero. Now gaining the name Brave, Hiroshi uses his newfound power to kill the beast, while Korone explains her motives behind trying to seduce and manipulate Akuto. Seeing Kena's hairpiece, Akuto brainstorms whether this is the same one he gave to her as an orphan child. Now Fujiko wants to control a beast herself, and she obtains a demon beast egg from slaying a slug beast. If it isn't clear already, Junko has feelings for Akuto, but he is much more concerned about Kena, who is skipping class constantly. Kena has something else in mind and steals the demon beast egg from Fujiko while she's asleep. The egg soon hatches into a two-headed chicken beast, and Akuto tries to get his hands on the beast, but it dodges Akuto's attacks. Hiroshi understands the situation clear, and given his status as the hero, slays the beast before it causes more damage. Junko is depressed because of the recent events, and Korone tells her to discuss an omeai to Akuto with her parents. The omeai is decided to be held at Junko's village. Junko invites Akuto to the village without making things clear to him. Akuto has no idea what's about to happen, but agrees to go with her because of all that's happened. There, Akuto meets Yuko Hattori, who happens to be Junko's younger sister. She's a pop star idol, but even more than that, a scar is present on her neck, which a demon beast gave her a long time ago. The same night, Junko visits Akuto's room and tells him why he was invited in the first place. Akuto has mixed feelings about the whole development, which in turn leads to another misunderstanding, with Akuto being the new target of the clan members. The fleeing Akuto runs into Aiko, who informs him how the gods have deemed Kena a threat, and how she must be eliminated by her clan. At school, while the assassination plan is underway, Kena is saved by Boichiro Yamato, who happens to be the leader of the Cabinet Intelligence Magic Office. But Boichiro has something else in mind, and is interested in controlling the gods using Kena. Akuto comes to the rescue, but Boichiro is more powerful than any other foe he's come across before. Fujiko then shows up with a bunch of beasts which destroy the school grounds. Yamato's subordinate, 2V, goes to Aiko to merge the Hattori and Teruya clans in an attempt to take down the Demon King while leaving the demon beasts to Junko and Yuko. Fujiko then saves Akuto and Kena, and Akuto summons the dragon beast from earlier, Peterhausen, to stop the government from getting what they want. Hiroshi and Akuto make the fabled battle come to life as Junko and Yuko seek the device. Because of an aircraft and 2V, Akuto is having a hard time, while Lily stands outside the school to prevent the clan members from destroying the demon beasts surrounding the area. Yamato then kidnaps Kena, and Aiko orders Junko to take out Lily, and despite all this, Lily tries her hardest to take out Aiko. 2V uses the ace up their sleeve, instructing the puppets to fight against the clan in an attempt to get Lily on his side, but Lily uses her ultimate attack on him. To everyone's surprise, 2V manages to evade it. Junko uses her family's sword, the one from her grandmother, to side with Akuto, the Demon King, because of the love she has for him. Akuto bests Hiroshi and carries him to Yuko in the forest. During this whole exchange, Yamato has taken Kenna to the shrine, and just before he's about to succeed, Akuto reaches there and the two fight with gods themselves being the spectators. Akuto aims for the gods instead and makes sure he leaves no stone unturned. The dragon beast gives Kenna a dragon tooth as a keepsake, and she reunites with Akuto, Junko, Korone, Hiroshi, Fujiko, Lily, and Yuko. After everything's over, the characters start a new semester at the academy. Everyone has a different recollection of the events, but history seems to repeat itself when Akuto is declared to be the one destined to be the Demon King once again. And thus, the cycle is set in motion. And that's the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this, so I'll see you at the next one.